morning, everyone. Hope you had a nice long weekend. I'm definitely feeling well rested myself. It's June almost. We're gonna pretend like it's June so that we can flow into the new month of playlist. But if you want to keep listening to the May one, that's totally fine too. I understand. All right. So I also have some extra for practice. So we're going to be doing a hip mobility flow. So we're going to be getting into our hips, stretching them out. By stretching, I just mean massaging them through beautiful stretch. And so we're going to get into a pose called frog pose, which can be intense on the inner part of the knee. And so I personally have some pillows on hand for when we get to that pose so that I'm nicely padded. I can access the depth of the stretch, but without putting the integrity of my joints at risk. So I recommend having those on hand. Alternatively, I'll put out there when we get there. Alternative, just using your mat. So know that if you don't have some pillows on hand, that's okay. And blocks the same. I've got them to help me, access some poses a little bit easier, better, whatever word you want to put on it. Sometimes it puts you more in alignment to where your body's in a better place, or sometimes it does make it a little easier by bringing the earth up to you and filling that space instead of having to reach a little deeper into it. So know that they're always there, and this is always your practice to do whatever serves you in the moment. Finally, we'll get started here in just a few moments. So if you're going to listen to the playlist, have that pulled up. If not, no worries. Roscoe just ate some breakfast. He was a very good boy. Sit. Good. But now he's in a licking mood. So sorry in advance if he is licking while we're having class. But it's worth it. It's worth it for the kisses. Say hi, everyone. All right. Well, like I said, this is always your practice. So by continuing on with the rest of the class, it is an acceptance of waiver of liability. And we'll go ahead and get going. So if you're going to listen to the playlist with me, go ahead and hit play now. And make your way to child's pose, where we will start towards the back of our mats. Big toes to touch, tops of the feet flat, knees maybe wide, medium, or close. Option to bring a pillow in under the glutes to give you a little more if this is an intense pose for you. Option to bring block under the face here, or simply lower forehead to the mat. Your hips, notice them. Are there any sensations rising, falling? Are you holding on in your hips, in your face? Soften. The intention of this practice is to let go, to grow.
letting go of tension held in our hips, physical, emotional, whatever it might be. We practice noticing it's there and releasing, breathing in, letting go. Breath, draw it to the belly. Expand at the hip creases. Exhale, soften in. Continuing at any depth of breath that suits thee. Big breath in. Breath out. One more. Tabletop, shift forward. Shoulders over wrist, fingers spread across your mat. Knees under hips. Lower belly, lift your gaze, breath comes in. Exhale, round the back, tuck chin towards heart. Inhale, lower belly, lift tailbone. Exhale, tuck the hips and lengthen out the low back. 2 more. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Push the palms. Engage the core. Right leg extends out behind you, toes tap down. Curl them under and drive the heel back, maybe shifting back. Calf stretch. Maybe it's just a little movement instead of holding. One more breath here. Lift the foot and cross it over to the left, outside of the left foot. Toes tap down and look over your left shoulder towards the foot. Outer hip extends. Breathe into that space. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the foot and cross it outside, inside of the foot down. And start to sink hips back, half child pose. Maybe forehead finds mat. One more big breath in. Breath out. Inhale, shift it forward. Knee back under hip. Left leg extends back, curl toes. Drive heel back either in a hold or in bouncing gentle movement. Breath in. Breath out. Lift the foot up, cross it to the right this time, looking over right shoulder. Breathing in and letting go. Come back through center and open to the left. Inside of the foot down, maybe stay up or sink back. Option to, if you have sensitivity in the wrist, go ahead, squeeze a fist real tight. And then gently release fingers across the earth. Inhale, breath. Out the mouth, let go. Tip your chest forward. And circle to the side, back and around. Some gentle hip circles. And switch your sides. Last circle around. Neutral spine. Square the knees, left leg out in front first, sitting tall and folding forward. Notice if you're holding tight, squeezing. Simply breathe into your tension. And exhale, softness. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Start to sit back up. Crossing the knees tighter this time, coming into cow face with left knee on top. Sides of the feet down. Inhaling tall. Maybe staying here or slight fold forward. A little more energy in the hips. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. That's okay. One more big breath in. Breath out. Gently sit up, hands back, uncross. Let the knees sway side to side. Come back through the center. Right shin is out in front for square knees first. Sitting tall. And then folding your degree, any degree. Last big breath here. Let it go. And gently walk yourself back up, crossing the right knee over to cow face knees. Aiming to stack the knees. If there's sensitivity in your knees, you might set a pillow underneath. And again, option to fold or stay tall. Last big breath in. And breath out. Hands plant behind you. Uncross and let knees sway side to side. Reset gentle. Legs swing behind you. Make your way to all fours and then downward facing dog. Hands are about shoulder width apart, fingers pressed down. Maybe walk the legs or just let the heels drive down as the hips turn up. Lift your right leg to the sky. Step it forward between the hands. Stopping here for runner's lunge, grab your pillow and put it right under where your left knee would land. Lowering the knee down to the pillow, uncurl the toes. Widen the right foot to the outer edge, hands both on the inside. Option to bring blocks in if that feels a little too deep. Hips reach forward. And then to the side, starting to make some circles with the hips. Come back through center. Extend the front leg, pulling towards your face, half splits, folding any degree. Hands walk back forward, bend the knee. Bring the foot on the inside of the feet this time. I am grabbing my block for my left hand. Starting to twist and look over my right shoulder, back for my right foot. Binding and pulling it in for an quad stretch. One more breath in here. Release the foot behind you. Both hands frame. Curl the back toe, lift the knee. And set your pillow to the side. Set your blocks aside. Downward dog. Make your way back. Breath in. Breath out. Left leg to the sky. Step it forward. Grab your pillow under the right knee this time. Right knee sets down. Uncurl the toe. And widen the left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Hands plant on earth or blocks. Gentle circles here. Come back through the center. Half splits, extend the front leg, toes pull back. Rebend into the front knee, toe heel the foot in between the hands. Block under the right hand. Start to twist, looking over your left shoulder and back for the foot. Pulling it in. And release the foot. Curl the back toe, lift the knee, and set the pillow to the side. Set the block to the side. Walk hands to the center. Wide leg forward fold. Both feet are toes forward. Start to toe heel feet in under your body. Soft bend into the knee. And start to stand with control. You're going to approach frog pose. If you have two pillows on hand, set them just outside of your hips on the mat. If you don't, you can simply roll the edges of your mat in to create that padding on each side. Whatever way you're going, start to come forward, kneeling on the pillows with the inside of the foot and knee down. Now, this might be your starting point. Hips are in line with the knees. You might slide your knees out a little bit wider, bringing your pelvis closer to the mat for more sensation. If you'd like to add a little more, come to the elbows. But again, keep the hips in line with your knees. To come out, make your way forward, legs extending straight out behind you. And come back to standing any way that works, setting props to the side. Widen the feet out, toes out, heels in. And forward fold to start, then squatting hips down any degree. Hands back to the mat, hips to the sky, toe heel the feet under the body. And again, soft bend in the knees, stand steady. Make your way to a seat, any way will work. And then slowly lower to your back. Bending at the knees. Hugging the knees in, squeezing into the hips one more time. Breathe into the belly, into the hips. Exhale, release. One more breath in, pull the forehead to the knees. Shavasana. Extend arms, legs. Today we've been practicing simply letting go of the breath, inviting it in and letting it go. Sometimes we have to let go of things unhealthy, unserving, unsupportive. It can be hard, as I well know. But together we practice here with just the breath, acknowledging it's natural to bring in and to let go. And from this we grow each and every moment. Stay here as long as you wish. If you're ready to close out with me, begin wiggling fingers, toes, reaching arms overhead, full body stretch. Hug the knees in. And with as little effort remaining, come to a final seat. We'll take one last breath together. One last opportunity to inhale, let go. We'll continue to explore around this across the next month. I hope you join me each week. I'm so grateful you're here, and together we learn, we grow. Thank you, and namaste. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this practice. I know I love always getting into my hips. They're always tight, so it's never a bad idea. Let me know if you feel similarly, or if you're the most mobile hips out there and this wasn't quite enough, you're looking for how to access deeper. I'd love to chat and help in any way, so let me know. Otherwise, we'll be back here on Thursday, same time, same place, for a little bit more action, some power flow. So if you're looking for something specific to engage, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Talk to you then.